Hello everyone. Welcome to the video lecture series on the course Object Oriented Programming. I am Dr. Jyoti Mandala. So in this video you are going to understand in detail from the scratch how to connect your MySQL database to your Java GUI application using Eclipse editor. So let's get started. So before going to proceed, let's make sure our system is ready. So I suggest you all to have these things already installed into your computer. First one is make sure like your system is having one Java IDE and then a MySQL server. And the third thing is you need to download this MySQL connector jar file. Now for this video, I am using Eclipse IDE. So how to install this Eclipse IDE? It is very simple. Just go to Google search. There you type Eclipse download for whatever Windows version you want. And then it will pop up this first one. In this, go to this link and here you can click on this download whatever version yours is. So I have downloaded this one. You will get one exe file downloaded. Then you can just click next and your system is ready with your Eclipse IDE. Next is you need to have one MySQL server. So any server is suggested. I have used WAMP server. WAMP server consists of like the expansion of WAMP is Windows, Apache, MySQL, PHP. So where this server is only compatible with Windows operating system. But if you have any other operating system, you can go with XAMPP server, where it is a it supports cross platform. You can go with Windows or Mac operating system. So if you have the other operating system, go with XAMPP. So in this video, I'm going to use WAMP server. Right? How to download this WAMP server? That is also very simple. Go to the Google search and then type WAMP server download, and from this list of suggestions given, go with the second option WAMP server download. Click that and you will be redirected to this page, and if you click on this download button, it will also download this exe file. I'm not going through that process because my system is already installed with these things. If you don't have, you can go do this process. Remember the WAMP server, to download that software, it will take some time. It depends upon your internet speed. Right now, once it is downloaded, just run that executable file and your system will be ready. But sometimes you may face some errors while downloading this one, while installing the WAMP server. If you are still facing anything, let me know in the chat box. I'm happy to help you. Whatever kind of error you are facing, just put it in the comment down below. I will help you. Right. The next step you need to have is download MySQL connector jar file is to be downloaded. Now this downloading is also very simple. What you need to do, you need to go to the Google search again, type download MySQL connector jar file. So from the search options, from the suggestions given, click on this first option, MySQL download connector. You will be redirected to this page, and this go to archives, where for the operating system you need to select platform independent. After selecting the platform independent, it will suggest you two things. First one is tar archive and the second one is zip archive. Always download this zip archive. Now once you click on this download button, you will be getting the um, zip file downloaded into your computer. Extract this one and have that folder available in your computer. I have already extracted this one. You can see here that zip file has been extracted and I have saved wherever I want this folder to be. And then um, all these things will come automatically, and our main concentration is we need this jar file available, executable jar file available in our computer. So make sure like all these three things are available in your computer. What are the three things? You need to have one IDE, and then you need to have one MySQL server and download this jar file. I hope you all are clear with the basic things, and I hope you all have made the system ready. Now, once your system is ready, how can we proceed? So let's start with the process. Now, to do that one, what you need to do, you can see here, I have my Eclipse IDE here and WAMP server is also installed. So open the Eclipse IDE It will take some time to open your Eclipse IDE. I'm going to launch this one. So it will take some time to launch all your projects. If you have already done something, it will load all those projects that are already done. So I have done some projects, so it is taking some time to download that one. So you can see the page has like the editor has been opened, and these are all my projects that I have done previously. Now I will make you understand from the scratch how to, like I will be creating one project, and that project how to connect to the database. So to do that one, what is the first thing you need to do? You need to go to the files, create a Java project. In that Java project, for that project you can give any name. Let me give my name as the project. Okay, so I have given my project name as my name. Then next, so it will be creating one src folder where all your Java files will by default you have to store in that. Okay, source file, this is called a source folder. Now click finish. Now you can see here to the already list of projects available, the recently created project has been added, which is Jyoti. And if you maximize this one, you see a JRE system library is there where all your Java related things will be connected automatically, and then you will have one src file also. By default module info.java is added, which will come automatically, but for our project, for this task, it is not required. So I suggest you to delete this one. So select this one and click on the delete button. It will ask you whether you want to delete or not. Click OK. So as of now, you see in src nothing is there, right? Now how to proceed? First, what you need to do, you need to connect your SQL, this one, jar file, MySQL connector jar file to your project. To do that one, follow these steps. Go to the project, click there, right click on that, go to build path, configure build path. Now here, go to libraries, click on module path and click on add external jars. Here, you need to move to that folder where you have extracted your MySQL folder that you have downloaded just now. You have been extracted already, that one. Okay, so go to that path. I am already in that path. In that, this is the folder you will get. Open that one. And this MySQL connector J8.3, whatever the version you come, you can see it is an executable jar file. Select that one and click open. So that will be connected to your project. Click on apply and then click on apply and close. So that will come to your reference libraries. So this is required to connect your uh, project to your MySQL. I hope you all are following. Now what you need to do, I want to design one page, one login form, or let us call a registration page. And through that registration page, I want to send whatever data I fill in that form, I want to push it into my database. Okay, so to do that one, what I want to do is follow these steps. Click on SRC, right click, okay, new, go to right click, go to others. Now here you need to have a window builder. Window builder has to be there. If it is not there, maybe first time if you are using this window builder may not be there in your IDE. So to then you need to add this plugin. How to add this one? Follow these steps. Go to help. In this, click on install new software. Click there. And from this work with drop down list, you can select any option, no issue. So I am selecting the first one. Okay, so it will display all the files available here. Now you need to type the window builder here. Now once you type the window builder, if it is if it is, see here, I have installed that one. That's why here you can see hide items that are already installed. Okay, I will uncheck this one. So if it is already there, you can see this will be displayed. You click on this one, click next, and then click install. maybe in between it will ask you to I accept for the agreement. So you click on I accept for the agreement and click install. Now after you click install, in the bottom right corner here, you can see here in the bottom right corner, you can see in your system it will showing the progress of installation. It will take some time, have patience. Once the installation is done, you will get one pop-up window asking for restarting this IDE. Click yes. So your system will, your window will close, IDE will close, and again it will open that one, right? So you need to follow these steps. Hope you all have done that one. I'll quickly revise what to do. Go to help, install new software. You can select any option and then you need to type here window builder. Okay, and then click here and then click next and then finish. It will take some time for installation. I have already done, I am not doing that process, right? Now once it is done, restart your IDE, then open again, go to your project. In that src, right click new, go to others, and then here you see window builder will be there in your this one wizard. Now go to window builder. In that you go to swing designer, click on JFrame. Click on JFrame and then next. So it will be asking you to give a name to that Java file. So I will be giving, let us call, we are creating one registration page. Okay, registration, I am giving finish. Now whatever name you give, you can see here on the left hand side that file name will be given as registration.java. That means a new class with the name registration which extends this JFrame will be created. Now it has by default given the main method and it has given a constructor also, right? So all these things will come automatically. Now with the IDEs you have a flexibility of using a designer layout where no need to code everything. The way you create your design, automatically the code will add. So how to do that one? Observe the bottom here, you have a source tab and you have a design tab. I hope you all are seeing here. Observe the below bottom of the screen. So you see source is displaying your Java code. If you click on the design, it will redirect you to the design page where you have a window available here and you can see all the options of the available here. You can just click and drop here. So whatever the components you are dropping into this window, accordingly it will add that code into your source. Observe here, as of now, you have not done any button added, you have not done any text box added, nothing. But I will show you how it is done automatically. That is the beauty of the IDs uses. Okay, now before proceeding, you already know you have to set the layout. Whatever layout you want, you can set the layout. You can go with flow layout, border layout, grid bag layout, whatever maybe. I'm going with the basic one, absolute layout. Click on that one and click on this frame. So your layout will be set. Okay, now I want to have one registration page. For that registration page, I want to have one label. So click on this J label and then click here. I just want to have my text. So this label has been added, but the text on that label is new label. Now to change the text or to change the font, everything you can go in the properties window. You cannot do here. You need to go to the properties. Okay. Now if you want to change the text of this label, in the properties window you see the text is given as label. Now select that and then you can delete that one and you can write whatever text you want to write. So let me write registration form. Okay, registration form, and I want to increase the font size also. If you want to increase the font size, oh so sorry, if you want to increase the font size, you can see here font is there. Next to that three dots are there. Click that one. Okay. And then you can increase the font size. I'm increasing the font size to 17 and bold. And you can see change the font family also. Whatever you need according to the way how you want to display your form. Okay. Okay. Now I have displayed that one. You can enlarge this size so that the text will be visible to you clearly. Now the label has been added. You see, once the label has been added, if you go to your source code, you can see the label has been added. You can see here, did you see the code has been added automatically? You have not done anything. That is what happens with this interfaces, IDs. Right, now let me add one text field, and then in the text field I want to have this text field to have one this one label. So what is this label I want to have? This label is like username. I will be changing username. Okay, and then I want to change this font size also. Okay, 14 I will have, and bold. Okay, right. Now to this one, right. Now to this text field, you see I have selected the text field. The variable name is given as text field. I will give one name as uname. Okay. You need this one while connecting to the database. So remember, you have given uname as your text field name. Similarly, I will create one more text field. Okay. And this is for the password. So I will change this one to PWD. Right, and then I will create one label to this one. What I will do, just this label I'm writing password, and I'm changing the font of this one. What is the font I want to give? 14 bold. Okay, right, increase the size of this one so that it will be in line with your this one. Right. I hope you all have designed till now along with me. Now I need to have one button. So to add that one, you can see here I am adding J button. Click on the J button and add the button here. Okay. And the text I want to have on that button is register. Now, what is the main idea here? Mine is like whenever I enter my username and password and click on the register, I want my data, whatever I'm giving username and password, that has to go into the database. Right? So I have created, you can see register. Now, this is the general form that has been created. You can see in your source code, all the things by default as per your requirement, they have been added. See here, registration form label has been added, username, and one text field, its label, text field, its label, and then the button has been added. Right? I hope you all have done this till now. Okay, now once your front end is clear, now let us have our database ready, and then we will connect these two together. Okay, so minimize this one. Okay, open your WAMP server. So you can see on the desktop, you have your WAMP server icon. Once the installation is done, you will have your WAMP icon available here. Asking you to allow the app to make changes on your device. Click yes. Now it will be showing, be patient, because it will make all the services running. So it will take 1 minute, less than 1 minute time. So be patient enough to happen all these things. So once it is done, to your already running services here, this WAMP server icon will be added. So it is showing services started, ready, all services are running. Now you see here you can see an icon has been added, W icon, which is in green color. Whenever this is in green color, this is reflecting your WAMP server is started. So all the services are running properly. Sometimes it will be in red color. What is the meaning of red color? Means there is a problem with the installation process. It is not able to make all the services running. Sometimes it is in orange color. That means some services are running properly, some services are not running properly. If both the issues, if it is not in a green color, make sure like what installation is done properly, and again you uninstall and install the things, right? Or else there will be some port number issues and all. If you are facing such issues, let me know in the comment section. I will help you what to do. Right, now my server is running properly and it is in green color. So click on this one. Click on PHP MyAdmin. I want to connect to MySQL. So PHP MyAdmin. So this will be the page that will be shown. By default, the username is root and password is null. Nothing, empty, and I am connecting to MySQL. By default, it will provide you two databases, but I want to connect to MySQL. Click on login. And once you click on login, you can see this is the environment where you can create your databases, under that some tables and all. Observe here, I want you to have attention here. This is a server MySQL and the port number is 3308. Maybe for your system, it might have given some different port number. That is okay. So by default, it will take the port numbers, right? Now, I will show you. First, let us create one database. To create a database, you need to click on new. And then right here in the database name, write down one database name. Let me call the database name as what is the database name? I will write project. You can write any name, no problem. Create. So the database has been created. You can see here the database has been added to the already existing database name project. In this database, you need to create tables. You can create as many tables you want. So I have clicked this project and now it is asking you to create the table. Let me call the table name as registration. Okay, and in this registration, you see our form, we have created only two entries. So I want to have only two columns in my registration table. Okay, so click on create. Now, first column, it is asking what is the name. First column name is username, uname, and it is of varchar, and you need to specify some length. Second one is password. Okay, and then it is also varchar and I am giving any length 25 I am giving, right? And then click on save. That means you have created one table with the first column uname and the second name stores the values of password. Save. Now once it is created, so the table has been created successfully. Again, if you click on the registration table, you see uname and password is shown. Nothing, no data has been there in this one. Now our main aim is through this form, we will give you the data and once we click the register, that should go into the database. That is what the task is ours. So to achieve that one, what to do? Now, when we enter our text here, once clicking the register button only, we want that to happen. That means this is where we want to perform the action. So what you need to do, double click on this button, Then you will be redirected to this source code page where you can see action performed method has been automatically added. Why? Because here you want to perform the action when you click there. Right. So this is what we are doing. So now what to do here? Here in this method, you need to do some tasks to be done. Now follow carefully from here what to do. Now what is the first step we need to do? The first step you need to do is register to the driver. What is the driver we have? We need to register to the driver. Now how to register to the driver? This is the syntax you need to write. Write down the syntax class dot for name. In the brackets, you need to write what is the server driver we have installed. That driver we need to write. What is that one? Com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver. Double quote and then semicolon. Right. Now, before proceeding, I want to make sure like one package has to be imported here. So go to the top first line. If you click on this plus button, already imported packages are there. I want you to import one package. What is that? Import java.sql.star. Make sure like you are importing this package. Spelling is wrong. Import java.sql.star package. Done. Now, after going back to the code where we have added our this one class dot for name, right? After that, what we need to do? We need to connect. What is the next thing? Connect to the database. You have connected, registered to the driver. Now you need to connect to the database. Now to connect to the database, what you need to do? You need to have a class called connection and you need to create one variable of this connection. Let me create that connection variable as con. Any variable name can be given and then you need to write driver manager dot get connection. And this requires a parameter of your database. So how you need to connect? Write down jdbc colon mysql colon slash slash localhost, and then after this you need to write your port number. Observe here, what is the port number of mine? It is 3308. You can have your check your port number and then you add that one here. So 3308, right? And then slash, you need to write down the database name. What is the database name I have given? Project. So write down the database name, project, right? And then close this one. So this is the database. Now what is the login ID and password? Initially, do you remember? I have given root as the login and then no password has been given. Okay, that's it. So this is what you need to connect to the database. What you are telling, your driver manager get connection, JDBC, MySQL, your port number, your database name, root and no password. Right. Let's move to the next step. What is the next step now? Now, in the next step, always remember whenever you are doing all these things, there may be a chance like runtime exception may rise, right? Isn't it or not? So, always it is a good habit to put all these things in a try catch block. Okay. So, in event handling, write try. Okay. And then close here try. To this try, let's have one catch. What is the catch? I am exception E. I am rising, and then this will be displaying system dot out dot print, and I am just displaying that E variable. Right? Have a habit of having try catch just to avoid your handle this runtime exceptions. Now coming back to this, first step is registration is done, connection is done. Now what you need to do? You need to create one statement. So to create the statement, use statement class. Statement, I will be using a variable, let us call stmt. Just you can use any name, and then using your connection variable you need to create that statement. So how can you create? Use that variable dot create statement. What is the use of this statement? This one is, this line is, you using this statement you are going to execute your queries, right? This is the third step. Now, what is the next step? Next step is you need to write your query. Now, what is the query? Always remember, whatever query you are writing, you need to store that query in some string variable. So, let me call that variable as SQL query. Okay. Now, what I want to do, I want to perform insert into, what is my table name? You all know the query, how to insert into table name, values you need to give. So my table name is registration, isn't it or not? In project database, registration is my table. So insert into registration. Okay. And then values, what values you need to register? What values you need to register? You need to register, you go to your design, these values, right? I think it is not showing. Okay, we have designed this one, right? We have created a password and we have created this one text field, this one, right? So you need to get these values. So before inserting in these values, what I will do, I will create those, I will extract those values. I just want to see why it is not showing. It's okay, leave it as of now. What I will do, I think we have given uname and pwd. So let us extract that one. So string un, I will be writing uname dot get text. I hope you all have clear what I have done. In the text box, I am extracting that one. Similarly, string p equal to pwd dot get text. right? So I have extracted the uname and pwt text. Okay, now that I have to insert here. How to insert that one? You need to put that one like this. So plus un, right? So value should be kept in single quotes always, and you need to close this one because it's a normal variable, and then close this one. Okay, before closing that one you need to put a plus symbol here, and then close this one, delete, and then single quote, comma, and then single quote, plus you have your data stored in p variable. Write down p variable here. You should be very careful how you are using, how you are concatenating these variables and string. Okay, so close this one, and then single quote, and close the parenthesis, right? And after closing the parenthesis, close the double quotes. Got it? So what you have done from here to here, you have written the query. What the query you have written? Insert into registration values. So always the value should be given in single quote. But because this is this is a variable, you need to this is the string. You need to concatenate that one with the plus symbol. No, simple Java, like basic Java coding. Right. After this, what we need to do? Your code query has stored in this SQL. Now you need to execute this one. How to execute this one? You need to use this statement variable stmt dot execute update. You can go with execute query also, or whatever query you want. You can use execute update also, or execute query. So it is by default storing SQL you want to run. So I want to execute SQL variable because my query is stored in SQL variable. I want to execute that one. Right? After executing, what do you mean by executing? Whatever values I'm giving, that we should insert into the database of registration table. Right. Now, once your execution is done, your responsibility is to close the connection. So, con variable has to be called like con object with close connection. You need to specify because your work is done. You need to close the connection. That's it. Very simple. So what you have done, I'll quickly revise. You have registered the driver using this statement, and then you have connected to the database, and then you have created one statement. You got the where two text box values, and you are trying to insert that one, and that's complete query you have stored in SQL variable, right? And then you have now executed this one. After execution, you are closing this, right? So let us so to make it even more better, okay, let's stop here. We will just execute our code and see whether it is successfully running or not. I think there's an error showing here. What is the mistake? Action listener, okay. Public void action performed. This is what done, and this is here. What I will do? Control X. Okay, it is done. Now I will add one more additional I have added. Right. I hope you all have done what I have typed till now. Now let me run my project. If it is done properly, it will show one window. You can see one window has been popped out. Now let me try to insert username as Jyoti and password as 1234. If I click on register, then it is showing an exception. Okay, duplicate parameter E is already there, so that's the problem. So what I will do, I will write it as E1. Okay, so let us run this code once again, and I will try to give the values. Mandala And 1, 2, 3, 4. Click on register. Now open your MySQL, refresh your page. You can see the mandala 1, 2, 3, 4 has been added. You can see here. Earlier nothing is there. I will show one more time. I will run this program and we'll see whether you are getting successfully or not. Run, and I'll try to add 4, 5, 6, 7. Register and go to your PHP MySQL, refresh your page. You can see second entry has been done. This is how you can create, like you can connect your MySQL to your simple Java program. Everything is drag and drop only. In design phase you can everything add you whatever components you want and go to that action perform and follow these steps. These steps are common for all the programs: establishing the connection, connecting to the database, creating the statement object. And if you here I'm inserting, if you want to get the values, right, select star from, you know, the queries. I think those queries accordingly, your as per your requirement, you need to add those queries. Now up here it is okay. Now if you want to download this complete project as your jar file, what to do for that? Right, instead of downloading, always opening the editor and running your program, you can download this one. You can export this complete project as a jar file. How to do that one? Go to file, go to export. You need to click on Java runnable jar file. Go to next and select your project which you want to configure, like which you want to launch for configuration. Mine is register project 1. No, what is mine? Registration Jyoti. Project name is Jyoti and the Java name is registration. And where, how I want to store? You can browse anywhere. On the desktop I want to store and I want to give the name as registration. Okay, and save. So on your desktop you will get registration.jar file added. Okay, finish. Okay, so it will be added. Now what, you can minimize all your windows. Okay, I will close this one also. You can see one jar file has been added, registration. If you double click on this one, it will show your page like whatever you GUI you have designed. So let me add one more Rama and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Click on register. Now go to our database, refresh your page. You see Rama has been added. So by like this, you can export your jar files of your project and then you can proceed. No need to open the editor always. Right. I hope you all are clear with how to connect MySQL database in Java using Eclipse IDE. From the scratch, I have tried my best to make you understand. Still, if you are facing any issues, let me know below or in the comment section so that I can help you. Thanks for watching this video. Let us all meet in the next lecture. Until then, thank you.